on Sunday afternoon in Toronto. The Thunder beat the Raptors. So, GA, what I'm seeing right there is a guy that's right on the cusp of being a superstar, right? He's an all-star every year. He's a fringe MVP candidate. He wants some respect.
You hit it on the head. And listen, he got fouled. I mean, it's not as if officials don't miss calls. You're going to miss some calls. But when you miss them, you got to own up to it. And it's okay to go tell a guy, you know what, I missed that one. Now, that was at a critical juncture, and there was an official right in front of it, so you would expect that they're going to get that one right. But, I mean, it's a pretty easy call. And you as an official, you don't want to miss those calls. So it's not as if that was the intent. But as a player and a competitor, it's frustrating, and we've seen a lot of our great players be frustrated by missed calls, especially in critical junctures. But more importantly, though, I think to your point, it's important for you to be willing to take that fine because you want to raise the awareness. You want to put it on the radar of the league, of the officials, and also of your teammates. And so DeMar DeRozan has gotten to a point now where he is legitimately a superstar. Listen, they're probably going to win 60 games this year. That's a championship caliber team. You can win 60 in this league, you can compete for a championship. And that's why I felt coming in, when we've seen the way they play, that team, that's the team, when I look at the Eastern Conference, that I think has the best chance to dethrone the champs in Cleveland because of their depth, because DeMar DeRozan is the goods. And they've got all the pieces. They defended, they rebounded well, they shoot it exceptionally well, and they've got great balance throughout that roster.
This is a league of respect. You have to pay your dues, earn your respect. DeMar DeRozan going to the paint, getting fouled at home. Number one in the East, you have to make that call. You can't miss it. He's a superstar. He has a whole.
That's not home cooking. You're saying that's just legitimately how it's supposed to go.
That's just legitimately. It was a foul. You can't miss a call on a superstar. And he has a whole country behind him, so you better make that call, right? So as we know going down the stretch, they're a team that can definitely dethrone the Cleveland Cavaliers. But he got that fine, not for today, for that series in the playoffs to get to where they need to go, and that's to a championship.
Interesting. Now, the NBA's 2-minute report, they review the final 2 minutes of all of these games, and they determined that the proper non-call was made right there, that should not have been a foul call on Corey Brewer against DeMar DeRozan. So with that bit of information, I swing the ball to you.
The 2-minute report is disputed well throughout the course of every day. People agree with it, people disagree with it. But I think Earl makes a great point. If you're DeMar DeRozan, if you're Dwayne Casey, if you're Serge Ibaka, you want to let not just Mark Davis, but every official in the league know you expect to get that call in that moment when there's contact. I don't care what the 2-minute report said. You can go back and look at it every which way you want to. He got slapped across the arm, and no superstar, no role player, no 10-day guy, no G-leaguer is going to think he didn't get fouled on that play. The problem is for the Raptors, and this is where DeMar DeRozan is, I think he's got something valid to what he says, is the fact that they're still fighting for respect after being as good as they've been the past few years is really kind of a head-scratcher. They shouldn't – and he's talking about a narrative that's out there not only within the league but in the media and with fans and other places. He shouldn't have to be fighting for respect anymore. He's a multiple-time All-Star, a guy who's played deep into the playoffs. They've been to the conference finals. It's long since he should be recognized for the player that he's been in this league.
Great call, Sekou. And he is a guy that historically takes the ball downhill to the basket. That is his game.